Hello and welcome back to the show. My name is Aaron. I am here with my beautiful co-host Fabian, also known as Andro. That's Andro with an O, not an EW. Please don't call him Andrew.
My name is not Andrew.
See, I gotta cut you off there. According to my research, that you're spreading misinformation.
Hi guys, welcome back. So today we're going to talk a little bit about conventions.
Okay. Yeah, I've been doing that misinformation bit for like the last 20 minutes, just completely disregard anything I've said.
It's very funny.
Yeah, I know. I'm basically hilarious, right?
Yeah, like the funniest person I know, honestly.
Don't know why I don't just do this podcast by myself, honestly. But yeah, I have no idea. I was going to do a dramatic, I have no idea what the topic is for today. Fabian's done all the research. He's just going to hit me with it. And then he's just here yeah, we're talking about conventions. Wow. Spoiled the surprise. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So as you may know, we've been doing a couple of conventions since the year 2024. Got into it.
I'm gonna need you to elaborate on what you mean by doing conventions.
Conventions, right? I should probably
raising an eyebrow there.
Clarify. Yes, we've been going to conventions, opening our own booth, and selling merch.
Yeah, just in case there's anybody listening who has no idea who either of us are, I'm a 2D animator / artist. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber, okay? I'm
a YouTuber.
Kids call it influencer.
Okay. I'm an influencer?
Yeah, what was it, 2024?
You don't know me?
I don't know if you wrote this in your outline about how we started.
Yeah.
So I won't go too much into it, but we started in 2024,
Yeah,
right?
We started in 2024.
Tried out selling merchandise in physical merchandise at conventions, keychains, stickers, t-shirts, that kind of thing. And it's been a wild ride.
It has. We've been to 7 conventions.
Really? That many already?
In total, yes.
Lies. You're spreading misinformation once again. I can't believe it.
Of course, we've been to some of them multiple times.
Cancel this person immediately.
Especially Dokumi, which is a anime convention. I think the biggest anime convention in Germany?
Yes.
Maybe Europe?
Yes, there is a really, really big one in Paris, but I don't know how its numbers compare to Dokumi, to be honest. I don't know if it's slightly bigger or slightly smaller, but it's also pretty big.
Yeah.
Dokumi is definitely the biggest in Germany, though.
Yeah. You can call us Dokumi regulars at this point. We've been there 3 times now, every year since 2024. We have just been at Dokumi.
2024.
A month ago.
Was 10 years ago.
Yeah, oh my god, that's crazy.
Feel old yet?
Okay, let me go through the list. So, first convention, Dokumi 2024. Second convention, Dokumi 2025. Then it was Eurofurence 2025, same year. And then it was Polaris, which is in Hamburg. After that, this year, Heroes Made in Asia in the Netherlands. Then HanaCon, also in Germany, Hanover, and then Dokumi.
Wow.
Again, yes. So, I would like to talk about what we have learned after 2 years. Yeah, 2 years of going to conventions and selling our merch.
I don't know. I haven't learned shit, honestly.
I haven't learned.
You're going to be talking for the whole 2 hours. I'm going to sit here oh, really? Wow.
Okay, but first, I would like to give anybody who is interested a little blueprint on how to become exhibitors yourself.
Oh.
So the process of getting into exhibiting at conventions. I think
this is not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Yeah, no. This is all based on our experience. Results may vary, but what is the process of becoming an exhibitor, and what do we do? Is the headline of my notes. Yes. So number 1, have your portfolio ready, or be somewhat known online. So either you have a portfolio. Let's say you're an artist. You like to draw art, fan art, whatever. Maybe your own characters, that kind of thing. And you want to sell your prints or other stuff at a convention and make money. Obviously, that's kind of the whole point. But yeah. Or I don't know, you're a YouTuber like us, and you already have kind of a following. That makes it a lot easier to even be considered into a convention.
Yeah. Although I would also say, even if you are a known creator, I think it's still pretty important to have some kind of portfolio.
Yeah. It is still not that easy, and we have been rejected multiple times by other conventions. Just for the record, it's not like we get accepted to every con that we apply to. Okay. Second, apply to conventions early. And by early, I mean sometimes even up to a year before the convention even starts.
Mhm.
So these conventions usually have a deadline, which is like either like 6 months before the convention. Is usually when they start accepting applications, something like that. Basically, what I'm saying is you should be one of the first ones to apply. Then your chances of getting accepted are higher.
Do you have a source for that?
I mean, it's just logic.
Yeah, it's something I wonder about though, because a lot of cons they say that it's not first come first serve, that they judge every application like equally.
I mean, I guess it depends on the convention, but I feel like so far we've had more luck applying very, very early.
Yeah, I mean, even if they do judge everybody equally, regardless of when you apply, I still think it's a pretty good idea to apply as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Just so you have it out of the way.
Yeah.
You've applied for it. Sometimes it happens that you freaking send off an application. You think you send off an application, and then you realize you never got a confirmation.
Talking from experience.
But then you can be like, okay, the application window's still open for a while. I can just send a new one.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Good to be ahead.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, don't make our mistakes. You'll probably make your own mistakes. Anyways, step 3. Pray that you get accepted.
Real quick,
Yes.
Regarding that last point, it's happened to us before that we saw, like, some conventions, for some reason, they don't announce when they're going to close applications.
Yeah. They just run, some just are just like, yeah, we got enough. This is, fuck all y'all.
Yeah, so I don't think they word it like that necessarily. Maybe some do. Maybe like
I'm paraphrasing,
yeah,
obviously.
maybe like the adult conventions would phrase it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has happened to us before that we planned to apply to a certain convention. Thought we had like a couple more days time, and then the next time we check is closed, and then it's like, no, we don't got any chance.
It's like, okay, never mind. I guess we'll be eating rice and beans for the next couple of months.
Do like rice and beans, to be fair.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
It's nutritious too.
Nutrition.
If you're ever in a pinch, guys, eat rice and beans. Anyway, step 3. Pray that you get accepted, because lots of people don't, and there's always more applicants than there are free tables.
Yeah.
Always.
That is I don't know if you also added this to your notes at all. But conventions are getting extremely competitive. They are getting more and more competitive as the years go on.
Damn.
There's just more and more applicants compared to free tables.
Mm-hmm.
So,
especially at popular conventions like
Mhm.
Dokumi. Heard plenty of people didn't get a table there.
yeah, of course. I mean, there's a lot of reasons for that. Something I do appreciate about Dokumi specifically is they appear to be pretty I don't know the word.
Open-minded.
I guess so. They give lots of people chances. Like they give small artists chances. You'll see you'll see people get accepted who've never been to a convention before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, you know, I don't want to discourage anybody by saying it's like super competitive or anything. On the other hand, a lot of conventions are very welcoming to new artists and people who don't have much experience. So I don't think that's something that should deter you from applying if it's
Yeah,
something
no,
you're
definitely
considering.
not. Yeah, no.
And if you don't get accepted, it's not necessarily because you're not a big enough artist or your skills aren't good enough or something. It can literally just come down to your style is very similar to this other artist, and they flipped a coin, and the other person got chosen.
Yeah. A lot of times I think it is a coin flip. Yeah, that's step 3. Step 4: pay all the. I'll just cut that out.
Nah, keep it in. That's good.
No, okay. Pay all the fees. Sorry. Step 4: pay all the fees. Prepare travel. Order or make merch to sell. And in my opinion, most importantly, get a card terminal.
Card terminal.
Like SumUp, for example. Not sponsored, but I do love SumUp.
For receiving card payments. Yeah,
receiving card payments. So many booths that I go to, I don't know why. It's just like, usually I have cash. That's like not the problem. But I'm just like looking at all the booths that do not accept card payments, and I just feel like they're missing out. They're missing out because, you know, especially nowadays, more young people are paying digitally and not with cash, especially if you live in Germany.
Yeah, I mean, it's also happened to me before that, you know, I've browsed an artist alley with a certain amount of cash in my pocket that mysteriously disappears quicker than I expected, and then I see another thing that I would like, and it's like, oops, no more cash. Oh wait, they take card. Okay, I'll buy the thing from them.
Yeah. Also, I meant Netherlands, not Germany. Netherlands is very card centric. In Germany, I feel like you could probably get away by not taking card payments. But yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, I like to have the option, even though there are fees on card payments, but I think it's worth it in the long run. Yes, step 5: pack all the merch into the car or ship them to the convention and travel there. Obviously, you know, pay like get hotels and stuff if you're staying close by. Yeah, ideally you would probably have a transporter, some kind of bigger transport vehicle, and not a car like us. But hey, that costs money. Okay. Step 6: check into the convention. Every convention is different, as we have learned. Some conventions, you show up and they're like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? You're an exhibitor. All right, here's your ticket." And some conventions are like, "Who the fuck are you? What are you doing here?" That kind of thing. And then some conventions are really annoying, and you have to book a time slot in advance in order to even go and build up your booth. Anyways, after that, you know, you build your booth. Ideally, you have shelves that you took with you. Maybe the con provides those as well. But it is, if you are planning to go to more conventions in the future, that's definitely a good idea to buy those shelves and other items that you need, the tablecloth, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I haven't personally heard of a con that gives you shelves.
Heroes Made in Asia actually provides those. Yeah, you could rent them. Yeah.
I guess that's pretty useful if you're just trying it out for the first time.
Yeah.
You don't want to invest too much into a lot of shelves that you're not going to use if it isn't not your thing.
Exactly. Now here comes one important part, I think. When you're done building your booth, cover it with a tarp, and then get ready for the next very exhausting days. I don't know why you wouldn't cover your booth, in my opinion. We did that once, and that was at Eurofurence. Nothing got stolen, which is nice, but I don't know. I like to have that peace of mind that it's like covered and you can't just like grab and run, that kind of thing. Not that that would happen, but I feel like reducing the chances of that happening is is a pretty good idea.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Step 8, you start the day, you sit there, and you wait for customers. And you should be nice to your customers. And ideally talk to them and smile, in my opinion. I don't know. Ideally, you'll be selling things as well.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of I don't know if discourse is the right word, but people do debate on like what is the best way, how is the best way to treat somebody visiting your booth.
Mhm.
But I think, being friendly is, we can pretty much universally agree that that's the correct thing to do.
Yeah.
A lot of people debate on whether you should talk to people though,
Mhm.
because that's the thing. Everybody's different. Some people prefer to not even be acknowledged,
Mhm.
so they can just take their time looking at
Yeah,
your stuff.
yeah.
They don't feel pressured.
Yeah.
Some people feel pressured even if you just say hi to them.
Mhm. Yeah, we learned that the hard way.
I mean, personally, I'm a fan of the hi, and then I pretend that I'm sorting out my stickers so that you don't feel pressured.
Pretending that you're counting your stickers. That's my favorite part.
It like breaks the ice. You feel welcomed, but I'm not staring at you expecting you to buy something, right?
Yeah, I know, exactly. I agree. Step number 9. Pray that you make your money back on the first day, because you've spent a lot of money. Either you spent a lot of money on the booth itself, or you spent a lot of money on accommodation, or even both.
Mm-hmm.
And the faster you get to that red line, I think you call it, right?
I guess.
The better. So you want to have your costs back pretty quick. Ideally on the first day. Because then after that, if it's the first day and you've broke even, after that it's just smooth sailing, because you don't have anything to worry about. You know what I mean? If you got like 3 days of a con and for 2 days you still haven't broken profit, it's like it's the worst fucking thing in the world. Because you're like sitting there and you're like, damn, I'm gonna get out of here with like,
could buy myself a
cheeseburger
with my profits.
Yeah. Get out of here with a loss. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, step 10. We got 2 more, don't worry.
It's a lot of steps.
Ideally, make a profit, wait for the con to close, pack up your shit, and go home happy. Hopefully. That's step 10. Step 11 is apply to the next convention.
Yo.
Rinse and repeat.
Mm-hmm.
That's my ultimate 11-step, way too complicated exhibitor blueprint.
I could have made that like 10 times more complicated, to be honest.
Really?
Like, personally, I would add an extra step before applying to the next con to review the weekend.
Statistics.
Make any changes that you need, reorder any supplies, change any designs, etc., etc.
Yeah, but those things, a lot of the things we had to learn the hard way. I just want to talk about like the thing that you said earlier, where you said the talking to the customers.
Yeah.
Like, I did that in the beginning, where I would like immediately say hello as soon as somebody walks up to my to our booth, and then immediately noticing that they got like stressed the fuck out. Like, not with everyone, obviously, but a lot of times I was like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have been so like forward. Yeah. Nowadays I usually wait until they say something to me before I say hello to them.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they'll be looking at you and I give them a light smile or something like that, or like a nod.
Yeah.
But like the first convention, I was really annoying. Like, I wouldn't have bought something from myself if I
really.
I don't know.
Because the guy said hi to you.
Because like when I go to booths and somebody's like immediately like hello, even though I'm just looking, I get that feeling where I'm like, oh, now I feel like really pressured.
Really?
Yeah. So I try to avoid that nowadays.
That's not too bad for me personally.
No?
Yeah, you do.
It depends on the person, I guess.
Yeah, that's the problem, that you can't really say like, oh, you should do this and not do this, because like you said, it always depends on the person. Everybody's different. There's thousands of people going to conventions. They're all different. Some people we'll go to your booth and be like, oh, they didn't even say hi to me. What the heck? They're so rude. Other people will be like, bro, they said hi to me. They expect me to buy all their stock. Oh, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know. It happened to me so many times because, like, we have a lot of time when we go to conventions, especially when we're at a convention where we don't always have people come to our booth like every 5 minutes. Sometimes we have like half an hour or something where nobody actually comes and buys our stuff. So, sometimes we walk around, talk to other people, look at other booths. And I like to look at every booth that we're like next to, and just like throughout the whole area, really. With Dokumi, it's a little bit more difficult because it's so fucking huge. Oh my god, Dokumi is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so whenever I walked around, like I just wanted to look at someone's booth. There was nothing I wanted to buy. I just wanted to like have a little look. You know what I mean? And then the person would say like, "Hi, how you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." And like I'm in my head, I'm like, I'm not gonna buy anything off of you, but now I feel pressured to buy something because you've been so nice to me.
Yeah.
And I want to avoid that at our booth. So like I'm trying to, kind of see the other side of like anxious people. Okay. Anyways, let's talk conventions. We haven't talked about conventions yet.
What's
Dokumi 2024, our first con. Thoughts?
Our booth looked like complete shit.
That is in my notes. Good job.
I still hate it. It looks so bad.
The booth, it was our first con, guys. I know it's like, it probably didn't look that bad. Most people say it didn't look that bad, but when I look at the pictures of our booth, I feel deeply ashamed.
Deep embarrassment.
It looked so fucking shit. The fact that people even came to our booth and bought stuff is insane. I hated the booth. But hey, it was our first convention. I'm trying to be a little optimistic. I don't want to be too pessimistic here. Our first convention was right before the British road trip, which is an interesting fact. With Tim as well. Tim was there as well. I very much appreciate his help. With the convention.
Yeah, Tim is our Dutch friend, musician. Did a lot of music for my videos and Andrew's videos.
Great guy. Love him.
Yeah.
He's our bestie. Yes. It's a funny thing. So because that was our first convention, we didn't really know what the fuck we were doing. And for some reason, we didn't know that we had to build the booth a day before the convention starts. And we also had to pick up Tim on the same day. Like, I don't know what we were thinking. So usually at a convention, the day where you build your booth and, decorate and whatever is like the day before the con starts. I mean, that might be obvious to some people, but it wasn't obvious to us for some reason. And I remember the day it was Thursday.
Yep.
Where we had to build our booth. And then on Friday, the con would start for 3 days until Sunday. And I think it was like 12 p.m., something like that, when you looked in your emails and you were like, we got to go build the booth today. Something like that. But we also had to pick up Tim on the same day. We usually pick him up from the train station.
Like, this is all extra hilarious because we took so long to build the
really
booth.
Long.
Like, did we really think we were gonna do that all within like 2 hours on Friday morning?
I don't know what we were thinking. But yeah, when we realized, we were like, oh shit, we need to go to the convention and build our stuff. And so we did that. And I don't remember how long we took all day, I think. And I think we weren't even done. The first time we built those shelves, they're like these, I don't know what you call them. They're like, I would just call them convention shelves, honestly. I've never seen them anywhere else. Everybody has them. If you just type on Amazon convention shelf, you know what I mean. It's like these like great things that you click together with these stupid plastic things that always fly away for like 10 meters and you gotta go pick them up and it's really embarrassing. Yeah, those first time building those was kind of annoying because you didn't know what you were doing, and you just kind of like click them together and like hammer them and stuff. But it worked out. Everything was fine.
Yeah.
We did it. We built our booth, and it was okay. We picked up Tim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we already talked about how the booth looked. It looked really bad. By the way, I'm gonna try my best to include pictures. So look at the screen right now. I know you're playing a game right now, or you're doing something else on your second monitor. So yeah, just look at the screen real quick. This is what our booth looked like. I know, really bad. Thank you. So yes, our booth was in a really bad location. We thought at first it was in a good location, but as we found out, we were right next to a voice actor panel, and a pretty famous German voice actor. I think his name was Mario Gavrilis.
Mm-hmm. Was it Marius?
No, Mario, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so people were queuing left and right, and the queue was right in front of our booth, and I had to tell them multiple times to leave a little bit of space because you wouldn't see our booth. And I don't know why the queue was like that. They should have done it the other way, or like somewhere else. I don't know why. We had a corner booth right next to the exit, basically. Yeah, it was something. Yeah.
It wasn't a panel, by the way. It was just a booth where the guy goes when he feels like it, and then people queue up and they can get autographs and stuff.
Yeah, no, he wasn't there all the time. Other than that, I feel like the location was good.
Mm-hmm.
But you also couldn't really see our booth. But to be honest, that was probably our fault because the booth looked that bad.
Yeah, Dokumi ended up changing that the following year. We were originally in Hall 17.
Yeah, they did it way differently as well. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, so imagine like a circle of halls, and 17 is like not connected to the others. It's like, I don't know, you come out of Hall 3, you keep going straight, you get to Hall 17.
Yeah.
You can't access it through any other halls.
Yeah.
The way they have it now, I don't remember how they did it last year, but this year it was, you could get food there. There was like a weird freaking like obstacle course. It's just like random cars.
I didn't know what the obstacle course was.
It was
I know about the cars. They were cool.
It was like a blow up obstacle course, like Ninja Warrior style.
What the fuck? Okay, that sounds kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, it's like the random shithole. I don't know.
Yeah.
Which is the location for that kind of stuff is fine, obviously, but I remember the first year we were at Dokumi, a lot of people were like, where were you?
Yeah.
Hall 17, I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's really funny because I think we were in the VTuber area. They didn't have a content creator area at the time, something like that. So I remember we were right across from Nayami.
Yeah. No, I think it was the content creator area, but it just wasn't as explicit as it is nowadays.
Yeah,
if I'm recalling correctly.
Yeah, no, it's way bigger. It's very different this year. Anyways, we're still talking about 2024. Chill. One thing that I really liked about our first convention was a lot of people that didn't even know about Chipflake bought a lot of stuff. So we just got like random people coming up being like, yo, this looks cool, I want to buy it. And we're like, okay, here you go, give us money, thank you. And I always have to think of that one dad with his kid on his shoulder, and he just walks up to our booth, and the kid is just like, he's like glued to one of our plushies. And it was like high up on a shelf. It was just so cute. Like, it just like walked up to our booth. The kid just grabbed the plushie, and the guy was like, well, okay, how much is that? It's like, that's his now.
Yeah.
That was adorable.
I always have to think about, there was like a middle-aged woman who saw the freaking Dakimakura body pillow.
Oh, that was next year.
Okay, my bad.
No,
I made a body pillow design. It's not lewd. It's literally just a cat, but he's like really long.
It's a long noodle.
Hilarious. It has a different design on the back where he's like stretching, and the other one he's like curled up. Hilarious. And this woman was like, "Yo, what is that? Like a banner or something?" And I was
Yeah.
like, so it's like a body pillow cover, like a long pillow cover. She's like, "Oh, I could like hang it up as a banner though, right?" And we were like, "Yeah." Okay, slams 20 euros on the table. I'll take it.
I really want to know if she still has it like hanging on
Yeah.
in her apartment. That's so funny.
That's hilarious.
That's great. Yeah. So after the con, we were like, damn, we made so much money. Let's go splurge, bro. And so we went to a restaurant on the famous Immermannstraße in Düsseldorf. Because there was a place that I know that sold Wagyu, and I really wanted to try Wagyu. So we got Wagyu, and it was really fucking good. It was really good.
I would like to clarify that you got the Wagyu.
I got the Wagyu. You ate some too. It's not like I
of course
just got
I
it for
tried.
myself.
Yeah,
I let everybody else try.
Of course. But you make it sound like we both bought the most expensive thing on the menu.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we got good food. It was very nice. It was like a celebration meal kind of thing. Funnily enough, we actually made a loss. We didn't actually make a profit if you add up all the costs for the production of the merch and everything.
Yeah. The main mistake was, honestly, to be completely honest, I just like totally overestimated how much stock to buy. Because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how many people were gonna come over, how many people were gonna buy things. So I was just like, oh yeah, 100 shirts here, 100 shirts there.
We got 300 shirts in total.
Which is like, it was like really silly in hindsight.
Funnily enough, they weren't that expensive.
No, it was a smart business decision if we were planning for like the next 3 years, but we weren't.
By the way, we still have some of those shirts. Just
like
because we had so many of them.
We have like 3 of them.
Oh, we have like 10.
Wow.
Something, or nine, something like that. Yeah. That reminds me, the storage situation. Do you remember our amazing storage situation?
No, I don't.
The thing is, we didn't really have a good storage situation. As I remember we got all this stuff. We put mostly everything under the table.
At the con.
The problem was we had a wall behind us. So there wasn't much space to the back. Like when we were sitting, we were already next to the wall. So there was nothing we could have put in the back. So my honestly pretty genius idea was that we just put all the shirts in the shelves that we had. So we had them like open in the back so we could use them as storage. And that worked pretty well, I sorted them by size. It was easily grabbable, that kind of thing. The problem was that we just had so many fucking shirts that they were like overflowing out of the shelves. Sometimes they would fall down. Yeah. Nowadays we have a better system, but we'll talk about that later. Yes. So, that was our first time with our brand new SumUp terminal.
Not sponsored.
Not a sponsor. With a receipt printer. And in case you guys don't know, in Germany, you are legally required to be able to issue a receipt for anybody who asks. I don't know if you are legally required to actually ask if they want a receipt. Nobody does that, but you have to be able to give out a receipt for anybody who asks. That is the reality. Germany. And the first time, at the first con at Dokumi 24, I actually asked everyone if they wanted a receipt. Some people actually did want one, which is funny.
Most people were like, "What?"
Yeah, most people were like, "What the? Why would the fuck would I need a receipt?"
What did you
like?
Say?
Some people got like offended.
Offended? I don't remember.
No, there were several people who were like, "What the fuck?"
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like, I made a joke being like, yeah, you could just take it off your taxes. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, Sum Up Terminal, great invention. Not sponsored. It's very easy to use. It comes with an app. You can make custom categories, put up all your items. All you have to do is have your phone. You can just tap, and it just calculates everything for you. If people pay in cash, you can type in how much cash they gave you, and it'll tell you how much cash they get back if you need change. It's great.
Yeah, I really hope this isn't going to age really badly.
Why?
Because it's such a common thing that like a service comes out and it's like really good,
right?
And then everyone switches to that service, and then they're like, "Oh, everyone's using our service now. Let's
time to sell to Israel."
Either that or let's hike up the price. Let's hike up the fees. Nobody has any choice but to stay with us anyway.
Yeah.
But for now, it's good.
Yeah. For now, that being said, they actually have one of the lowest fees in the market.
As of right now.
Yes. Not sponsored once again. If you would like to sponsor us, Sum Up, please contact us.
Yeah, disregard that entire thing I just said. I was talking about somebody else.
But we did have a couple of outages. I remember that. I think it happened every day, maybe not every day. I think the last 2 days or the first two, something like that. Multiple outages where nothing would just work. You couldn't pay. Nobody could pay by card. Like the whole convention, by the way, not just us. Like they just the API or something just shit the fucking fan. It was that was annoying because then you'd have to be like, all right, gotta like write down everything manually, that kind of thing. And then you can only accept cash. And then, if you're used to a system that you set up beforehand, that like, you can also use it as stock keeping. So you can type in how much of everything you have, and then, that kind of thing. And then, yeah, so when that crashes, it's not very nice. Another thing that we should have done is drive into the hall with the car, because you were able to do that on the first day, on the build-up. We didn't know, so we carried everything. It was kind of far away. Almost broke my back. Very stupid. We also didn't have a trolley, and the parking situation wasn't the greatest, if you remember. We were right outside the hall. We were actually in, which was nice, but getting there was like, especially if you're carrying like a big ass box that weighs like 40 kilograms, that wasn't very nice. Positive experiences. Do you remember the guy with the Polaroid camera?
Of course.
Great guy. He took a picture of us with his Polaroid. If you're listening, thanks. That was cool. He was back this time as well. This took me. The table was quite expensive. I don't remember. Do you remember how much it was? The problem was, I think, did we try to apply for the Artist Alley?
No, we were too late.
We didn't. We were too late. Yeah, we got the exhibitor ticket. Oh, is that what it's called? Exhibitor?
Yep.
Yeah. Which is very expensive compared to Artist Alley tables. So, yeah. Also, another thing, I think that was on the first day. We had this money case thing. That's like a little steel box that you could lock up, and you can put all the money in.
Steel box.
All the cash. I think it's steel. Don't you think it's steel?
No, I'm laughing because it's ironic.
Ironic? What do you mean?
Steel box.
Oh, steel. Oh, I get it. Sorry. So, we had this little, I don't know what you call them, money cases made out of metal, whatever. And we left it at the booth, and we realized halfway while we were driving home. And I was like, oh shit. That's like all of our money that's still at the booth. So that was pretty scary. Turned around, drove back, asked if they could let us back in, and they were like, yeah, no worries. And I got it, and everything was fine. It didn't get stolen.
Yeah, I've been looking for an opportunity to interject with this, but I feel like people don't realize how exhausting it is to vent at a convention.
It is extremely exhausting.
Because I understand it does seem like you are just
You-
standing there and
Yeah.
receiving money.
Yeah.
But you gotta think about it like this. You go there, it's usually 10 a.m. You usually have to be there a little bit earlier, sometimes up to an hour earlier than that.
Mm.
And then you leave most of the time at 8 p.m.
Mhm.
So, do a little bit of math there. Times that by 3.
Every day in a row.
Yeah. It's like as if you were, I don't know, a cashier working that long,
Yeah.
3 days in a row. Except that you don't get paid breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're all on your own, unfortunately. 3D printed stuff. That was pretty fun. I got into 3D printing at around the same time. So I made a lot of like signs, 3D printed signs. We had this tourney display thing that was also 3D printed, which was cool, but it was kind of badly designed.
And nobody touched it.
Nobody touched it. Nobody cared.
I put a little sign on it being like, yo, spin me, bro, spin me.
Yeah.
Nobody touched it.
Nobody did. There was a plushie in the top as well, and people would look at the plushie, but they wouldn't look at the tourney thing. Yeah, so we stopped doing that. It's better to display all of the stuff right outside of the shelves, as we have learned. Or you could put them on the table with like a hanging thing. I don't know. Yeah. One more thing. The toilets. I remember the toilet situation on the first Dokumi. It was absolutely horrible. Every time I had to go to the toilet, I was like dreading it. I was like, as soon as I felt like I had to pee, bro, I was like, dude, it's over. Like, I'm gonna be gone for like an hour. Because I don't know what went wrong the first Dokumi, but they had inside toilets somewhere, I think, but they were always really full. But then they also had these like outside container toilets, and they were also really full all of the time. And I'm not ashamed to admit that I am unable to use a urinal. If I didn't have that problem, I wouldn't have had such an issue with it. Because I could just go piss, wash my hands, leave,
Yeah.
But the thing is, the men's toilet had like 2 stalls, and there was like a queue of people who had to use the stall.
I think they all have the same problem.
Yeah. So that was kind of annoying. The urinals were always free, and I was like, damn, I wish I could go and use a urinal, but yeah, I couldn't. Funnily enough, like, I think it was like 20 meters away, there was another container toilet that was always empty. And we realized that on the last day. So, yeah, it just happened to. Scout out the toilets beforehand is my recommendation.
That's a good recommendation.
If you don't know. Yes. So that was our first convention, Dokumi 2024. Do you have anything else you would like to say about that?
I struggle to remember anything that happened more than 2 years ago, to be honest.
Yeah. At this point, it was kind of a long time ago. But yes, Dokumi 2025. That was our next convention. After the first convention, we went on that road trip. And then the next year, we were like, let's do this again. And this time, we're going to do this a lot better. And I can say it was a lot better. And actually, one of the best performing cons to date.
Yes.
It was great. It was great. It was really great. I think we made profit on the first day, which was pretty nice. The booth looked way better. Still wasn't happy with the banner, unfortunately, but it was a lot better than the banner we had before. Like the whole like design of the booth was way better. We got a nice tablecloth as well. Yeah, it looked a lot better. We were also selling the loaf plushies, and those did extremely well. People love them. I love them. They're great.
Plushies always did really well. Even at the first Dokumi, we had some older plushies. They sold out super fast.
Yeah. We did. I think we sold almost all the plushies on the first Dokumi, right?
I think we literally sold all of them. We didn't have that many, to be fair.
Did we not have any squishies left on the second Dokumi?
Oh right.
I think we did. Yeah. But yeah, we had a lot of stock that we just had. I think it was from your online shop somewhere.
Yeah. And
they just shipped it to us. And we were like, damn, we have like 30 plushies. What we're supposed to do with them. And then we applied for Dokumi and we were like, hey, we can sell those. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, the con was great. And I'm going to tell you a story that I'm a little bit ashamed of, but I did have a right, in my opinion. I was correct. I was in the right.
Yeah, we're talking about 2025.
Now, right? 2025. So across from us was another booth, a cosplayer, a popular cosplay. I don't know their name. I don't remember them. But they had this meet and greet area, basically. So the cosplayer was there and people would queue up and meet the cosplayer, which is all fine and dandy. You know, I don't care about that. The problem was that this queue was next to our booth. So they were like minimum like 20 people next to our booth at like all times. And for some reason, they kept walking in front, like they kept standing right in front of our booth, even though the queue was like next to our booth. So, you know, they would always be covering our booth and then you wouldn't be able to see us. And that was bothering me. So I kept telling the people in the queue to like stand back a little bit, just like literally one step, and then they wouldn't be standing in front of our booth. But I got tired of doing that because I kept having to ask them, you know. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go to the booth owner and tell them like, hey, can you like tell these people to stand a little bit further to the side? And I went up to him and he already seemed really annoyed. And I was being nice at first, right? I was like, hey, these people queuing, they're standing in front of a booth. Can you tell them to just like literally take one step back? There was one step. All they had to do was tell them like, hey, there's this line. Do not step over this line. And he was like, yeah. But he was like dismissive, right? I was like, all right. I go back to my booth. I'm just like, okay, I don't know. Maybe he's gonna deal with it. You know, I don't need to press him any further if the situation doesn't get any worse, which it did. People kept doing that. So I kind of lost my nerve a little bit. I went up to him and I tapped him on the shoulder. I was like, hey, my friend.
Is that what you said?
I said that.
Oh.
I was like, hey, my friend, these people keep standing in front of our booth. Can you please tell them to go one step away from our booth, please? And he ignored me again. So I was like, okay, fuck you. Like in my head, I was like, okay, fuck you. I'm going to be really annoying about this. So I started yelling at him. I was like, this is bullshit. Deal with your stuff. You know, you're like inconveniencing us for no reason. You should tell these people to move one step away because they're covering our booth. And I called him an asshole.
That's illegal.
I walked away and I said, Arschloch.
That's illegal.
That is illegal. Don't do that. Yeah, that was something. Obviously, I was very angry. And then I think you came back at some point. That was like while Aaron was gone as well. Yeah. But after a while, they actually did pay attention to that. And they were like, hey guys, stand over here, you know, that kind of thing. I also did get kind of angry at the people queuing to be honest. Like I kept, you know, at some point they put a guy there from the booth, like I don't know what you call it, like, you know, he was like helping with the booth, whatever. They put a guy there to be like, hey, stand here, not right in front of their booth. But then they kept like ignoring it.
Yeah.
Like they didn't see it for some reason. So I got angry at them, and I got angry at the people, and I got angry at him because I was like your only job right now is to stand there and tell these people to fucking move from a booth. Like I got so angry, bro. I got really angry. And like these people who were queuing, like we had like boxes of stuff that we just like put behind us because there wasn't much space underneath the table. They kept fucking putting their stuff, like, I don't know, they would buy like a picture or something, and then they would like start unpacking their entire backpack and rearranging it, and they would put it on our boxes.
I completely forgot about that.
And I would look at them and be like, can you please not put your stuff on my boxes, please? Like, I don't know. The whole situation was annoying. At some point, the booth owner actually came up to me and he apologized. And he said that he's gonna deal with it. And after that, everything was cool. He even bought a plush from us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like nowadays, I do not really care that much anymore when people stand in front of our booth.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like at the time I was being a little too protective, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We also bought a print from them as well as kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
truce.
I did feel really bad afterwards that I was screaming at the guy. Like, I lost my nerve.
Yeah, because like, not to make you feel worse, but that guy was definitely not getting paid.
No.
The most he got for that was probably like a free meal after the 8 hours of standing there.
Yeah. The thing is, he just happened to be the person that was there.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah. Other than that, our booth neighbor, Naschgetiere, they're called. Very nice people. We made friends with them. Good, very good booth neighbors. We love them. They're great.
Yeah, they were a group of small Twitch streamers, I believe, VTubers kind of thing.
Yeah, that was their first con.
Yeah,
and we were like the cool ones because we were like experienced. We're like, oh, we've been here before.
We've been to one convention.
Yeah.
We'll tell you all the details, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was nice, you know. There were a lot of ups and there were lots of downs, but mostly ups usually. This time we also drove into the hall with our car and dropped our stuff there instead of having to carry it for 2 kilometers.
Felt so illegal.
It felt really weird driving into the hall. But yeah, that went pretty well. We also had a new car at the time. Or we got a new car at the time. And
conventions look so different when they're empty.
They do.
Like
most people, just an empty hall.
Most people only know what they look like with all the booths and all the people walking around.
Yeah.
But like when there's nobody there or like people are building and stuff, it looks so different. It's so strange.
It looks really small when it's empty.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I can just like walk over there. Yeah, we got a bigger and better car so we could fit a lot more stuff in there. I think we only drove once or twice to I mean, we drove every day obviously, but we didn't really restock much, which was good because the first convention we had to restock a lot of times. We also had paper bags, giant paper bags that we would give out for free if you pay 10 euros, you know, that kind of thing. And they had a big chip flake print on them.
Yeah. So not like I'm gonna toot the hell out of my own horn here. Absolutely genius idea. Giant paper bags with your logo on it. People walk around with it. They put the stuff that they buy in the cart because nobody else has such big bags, right?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen anyone do that before.
Yeah, the only giant bags I've ever seen are from like you know, like mobile games. They do like events. You get a free bag for like testing the game or whatever.
Yeah.
But like actual like artists and stuff, So you have these people walking around with free advertising, and we had a lot of people come to us and be like, "Yo, I saw someone with a Chipotle bag." I was like, "Where did you get that? I didn't know you were here. That's so cool." The caveat is they were really expensive.
They were fucking stupid.
Yeah,
I think we spent 700 euros,
something like that.
And we had, I think it was like 1,000 something bags, like 1,300, something like that. To be fair, we did have them for quite a while. We just ran out of the bags. So, we've had them for a year. But yeah, cost is too much.
Yeah, basically really cool idea, but we're already brainstorming better ways to have the same effect for not like a stupid amount of money that you're giving away for free.
The thing is, we can have those same exact bags without a print for like 10 times less. Something like paper bags are ridiculously cheap. They are crazy cheap. But it was a great idea. It was free advertising.
That's how we found out why nobody does that.
Yeah, because it costs money. A lot of money. We also had free stickers and business cards to advertise the game that wasn't out yet. But it was close to getting out. Was it? When did it come out?
It came out in January 2026.
Oh, it came out this year. Fuck, okay. Yeah, but free stickers, always a good idea to advertise your stuff. Business cards, obviously, you should have business cards.
Personally, I loved giving people the game business card, and they're like, "Cool, when's it coming out?" And I was like,
"Soon."
Yeah, probably this year.
Probably.
Go follow the QR code on the business card. That's a story for another time.
Yeah, that's a story for another time. The table this time was even more expensive. We tried applying for the Artist Alley, and we did not get accepted into the Artist Alley, and we were like, oh fuck, okay, what do we do? So we just applied for a general exhibitor.
Yeah, do you want to explain the difference between they're called fan booths.
Fan booths,
for some reason. That's
I don't think they did them at the time.
They did.
Okay, never mind.
you keep saying this. I keep saying they did. They were always called fan booth. There was always fan booth and exhibitor.
Yeah. Okay.
We didn't apply for fan booth.
How about you explain it then?
We didn't apply for fan booth in 2024 because we had the idea of going to the con too late. Like applications for fan booths closed earlier than the exhibitors. So the basic difference is that the fan booths are quite a bit cheaper. Usually are placed in the specific artist alley.
In hall 4, I think.
3 and 4. There's like mostly like artists, like 2D art, and then there's 4 is usually for like crafts, like handmade plushies, handmade clothing, that kind of thing.
Those halls, by the way, are always extremely packed.
Yeah, it's
the
wild.
air in those halls is so fucking bad.
I feel bad for people who like. I mean, it's probably great for business. Don't get me wrong. But
yeah.
Living quality while you're doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Real quick, sorry to interject. It's just really funny. There's an 18+ area at Dokumi, and I remember people complaining that it always smelled really bad in there because for some reason people don't shower when they go to these cons.
Is that like a 2025 complaint?
I think so, yeah.
Oh.
So this year they put a food stand there that sold fries.
Really?
Yeah. Did you not see that?
I didn't know.
It's so funny because when I walked into the hall to look at the stuff, I was like, I like smelled the air and I was like, fries.
I see what they were going for. That's
so putting that there was a great idea. I only smelled fries.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the fan booths, it's a little bit confusing because because they basically get different I'd say that exhibitors get more stuff. Like you usually have more time to build. You get better parking spaces. Usually more space.
You can also drive into the hall, which you
Yeah,
can't do with a fan stand.
yeah. The fan stands are usually a lot more like tightly put together. Like the tables are like right next to each other.
Yeah.
Exhibitor booths have a lot more space around them. So there are advantages to being an exhibitor booth. The thing that we've noticed is that usually the fan booths are very, very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, because they are a lot cheaper, and for a lot of artists, it's not going to be worth it to spend like 1K more on an exhibitor booth. So they're going to apply for only the fan booth. Makes sense.
Yeah, fan booths are like a couple of €100.
Yeah, but from our experience, you usually, because of that, you have a pretty high chance of getting an exhibitor table.
Mm.
Even though it does cost more, it is kind of like a backup option if the higher price is not, it doesn't hurt you too bad.
Yeah. By the way, our booth was €1,600 for anybody who wants to know.
Yeah, so that was including a couple of things.
Yeah, we did get electricity.
Electricity.
We got electricity, we got tables, we got chairs. At exhibitors places, you usually have to supply those yourself. If you want to save money, you buy your own tables, your own chairs, whatever. But we didn't have any at the time, so we took the tables that they had and the chairs, and we also we didn't really need the electricity, to be honest, but we also didn't own a power station at the time. I don't know, we thought of that a bit too late.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so from our experience, exhibitors usually quite a bit more expensive, but it's basically guaranteed that you get a space.
Yeah, the chances are way higher that you will get accepted. We also had a lot more stuff to sell that time. One of something that I'm very proud of, to be honest, is the squishies.
What is the squishy?
The little squishy chips, the stress balls.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, those were really cool. They were way too expensive to produce, to be honest.
Yeah, we kind of had problems with the manufacturer as well.
Yeah, the quality wasn't the greatest.
I mean, it was, but we got a lot of what you would call B grade.
Yeah, quality control is what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were like little squishy stress balls with the chips cat face printed on them, and we'd have some where the print was misaligned or there was like pieces of it missing, and obviously
some had holes.
Can't sell those.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants a freaking. I mean, people probably would. Let's be real. People probably would have bought a squishy chip stress ball that had like one eye.
Yeah.
But I'm not the kind of guy who's gonna be like, "Yo, €10, please."
Yeah. That was also the first con where we sold the darkies, which was my idea.
Body pillow cover.
The safe for work body pillow covers. I thought it would be really funny to have a body pillow cover with a long chip on it.
It is
because
hilarious.
It is absolutely fucking hilarious.
Objectively hilarious.
And anybody who says otherwise, like, why do some people think it's weird? Like, I get it. Body pillows usually have naked women on them or naked men, usually anime related. But what is so weird about selling a safe for work body pillow? Because but body pillows are like really comfortable. You cuddle with them, you don't have to pretend that it's like your waifu.
I think the people who say that are children.
They're what?
Children. Yeah.
Oh, probably.
They're like, oh, Daki Makura, I heard that was a bad word. That's bad. That's weird. Safe for work creator make naughty sexy pillowcase.
Yeah.
What?
Like they were acting as if we were selling fucking dildos. You know what I mean?
Okay, you're referring to like internet comments though, right? Nobody ever said that.
No, some people did say it was weird. like in person.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Bro. See, this is
And
what
I was like,
mean.
bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
don't-
what do you mean?
I got fish brain.
You
I
do
don't-
have fish
I don't
brain.
remember shit.
But yeah, we also had new keychains and buttons. Very cool. Very nice. One really big thing was the waiter's wallet. If you guys don't know what a waiter's wallet is, go to your local restaurant and look what the waiter is wearing. They have little wallets that they strap to themselves, you know, with little sections where they put all the cash in. And that was the greatest fucking idea I've ever had, because that money case we had before was clunky. It was annoying, easy to forget, as we have learned.
There's a reason they call it a steel case.
Yeah. So yeah, get a waiter's wallet. It's great. It straps to your body. You'll never forget it. You know, that kind of thing. Also, I did some more 3D printed signs. I went a bit crazy that time. It was cool. It's pretty fun designing all the things and like printing them and like making them look nice. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though we don't do that so much anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. The thing is, like, if you need to change something, it's annoying because then you have to 3D print it again, and that's like kind of a lot of plastic waste, to be honest. The karage bowl. Do you remember the delicious 18 euro karage bowl?
Yeah. Are we gonna have an entire convention food tangent right now?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. Convention food. Very mixed experiences we've had.
Extremely mixed. It's either really good or really fucking bad.
Or really expensive, or really reasonably priced.
There's no in between.
Yeah.
There really isn't.
No, actually, you know what? What was the in between? So Dokumi was like, okay, no, not even. The
Was there an in-between?
Yeah, hear me out. Dokumi was like, most of the food very extremely expensive.
Yeah.
The aforementioned 18 euro
Yeah.
little bowl of nasty
It was like
mushy rice.
2 pieces of chicken with mushy rice.
Yeah,
And it was bland.
18 euros. But then you also could get yourself a little portion of chips for like 5 euros.
Very reasonable. Very
Like-
reasonable price. You get a lot of chips as well.
Like, don't get me wrong, more expensive than you would get it like it was like street food on the
Obviously.
street, whatever. But for a convention, pretty reasonably priced. So the Dokumi had like both. The strangest one to me was the first convention we did in the Netherlands.
Mhm.
At Heroes Made in Asia. The food there was very reasonably priced.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Kinda sus.
I wonder if it's
And it was good. Very good, actually.
it's strange because food in general in the Netherlands is more expensive than Germany.
Yeah. That is true.
Yeah. And
Maybe they got subsidized or something. I don't know.
yeah, maybe there could be some strange Dutch laws at
Yeah.
play here. I don't know.
Another thing, like real quick. Imagine like our booth, right? It was 2 by 4 meters, so 8 square meters in total. We spent 1,600 euros. How much would one of those food stalls be?
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm sure they have to have high prices just to cover their fucking costs.
So like at least 5 euros.
Yeah. And they need electricity. They need, I don't know, they gotta bring like fucking like gas containers or whatever for like the cooking. Like, they gotta use up a lot of electricity as well. And they need water, they need sinks, they need to wash stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure the prices have a reason why they're so high. But then why was it so cheap at Heroes Made in Asia?
And why were the chips so reasonably priced?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to say it probably has a lot to do with the size of the convention, how many visitors there are. It
Yeah.
doesn't explain the chips. The reasonably priced chips.
I don't. Maybe it's because they were like food trucks.
Yeah.
Because like the place where we got the rice bowl was like a big booth that they had to build up. But the food truck, it was just like
Yeah.
a truck. They drive in there, set up their stuff, they're ready, that kind of thing.
They're only paying for the space and
So that's
maybe
probably a
for
lot
couple
cheaper, and that's
extras.
why they can afford to sell the chips for like a cheaper price. By the way, we're talking about fries, dear Americans. Fries, French fries, French fried.
French fried. The middle ground I was going to talk about was Hanacon, where the food was
Yeah,
a little bit on the higher end, but not as bad as Dokumi.
Yeah.
But that was also quite a small convention, so I don't know.
Yeah, you got it, guys. Dokumi, like, it's not just it's the biggest anime convention in Germany for a reason. I think this year there were more than 300,000 people, probably even more. They broke a record. They break records every year with how many people are attending. It's crazy. And Hanacon was like, what, 7,000 people maybe?
I think it was even more like 5,000.
Even less, yeah. But yeah, anyways, Karage Rice Bowl was absolutely disgusting. It was really bad. But toilet situation was way better.
Yeah.
They had these outside container style toilets that were like it's like an individual toilet with a sink. Way better. Do not go into the inside toilets, guys. Go outside to the container toilets. There was always one available. It was great. Very good. Okay. So now that was our second convention, which did really good. We were very proud of ourselves. But then it was time for the big Eurofurence in Hamburg. Eurofurence in Hamburg.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god.
So that was our first convention that was far away. The thing with Dokumi is that we're in the area, you know. We can go set up a booth. We can fuck off, go home, sleep in our own beds. Euro convention, yeah. Eurofurence, 5 hours away. Obviously, we're not going to drive 5 hours every day. But fortunately, we have a friend who lives there. And he's, funnily enough, the dev of our game. Yeah, great guy. We could stay at his house for free. So we saved a lot of money. Very much appreciated. Eurofurence, funnily enough, extremely small compared to Dokumi. Okay, maybe not extremely small, but pretty small. Pretty small for... After going to a convention with 200,000 visitors. It was comparatively very small. Our car was packed to the brim with stuff. We still had quite a lot of loaf plushies left over that I vacuum packed and later found out that that wasn't such a great idea because they all got creased and discolored. But anyways, you know, we packed our car to the brim with merch. I could not see out of the back. Fortunately, I did have a backing up camera. Don't worry, guys. Yeah. Eurofurence. We drive there. Didn't know where the fuck we were going. Driving through Hamburg is absolute hell. I hate driving through Hamburg. The streets make no sense.
There's like 2 million lanes.
2 million lanes. 5 million cars.
There'll be like 4 lanes.
Yeah.
And then it'll suddenly turn left.
Yeah.
And you have to make sure that you're like in the middle lane because you want to go left and then you want to immediately go right.
Yeah.
And if you're 1 lane too much on to the left, nobody's going to let you in.
Yeah. No.
They're like, should have got in the right lane earlier. Like,
I mean, yeah, it's your responsibility to know which lane to go to, you know. Anyways, getting there was annoying. Parking was super fucking easy. You drive into the car park. It was like a underground car parking that is right next to the convention, basically. We just left the car there because we were like, yeah, we're not driving through Hamburg. We'll just take the train home. And we just use the car as storage, you know. We still had a lot of shirts left over from our first Dokumi. I remember I think I had like 3 boxes. It was like 3 big, like a moving box 3 big moving boxes of shirts that we still had. So yeah, that wasn't a lot of space, but we made it work. Another thing was that our booth, if you could call it that, it was one table, and it was like quarter the size of what we had before.
Yeah. So we did apply for a bigger table.
Yeah. Like minimum 2x4.
The
which
problem
isn't that unreasonable.
Yeah, the problem is your reference's dealer's den is pretty small.
It is. It really is.
So it's again pretty competitive, and I've since found out that it's pretty common actually that people apply for a bigger table, and they eventually get an email saying, "Yo, we accepted you, but we do have to offer you a smaller table. If you absolutely need a bigger table, you'll have to join the waiting list, and then you're not guaranteed to get in."
Mm-hmm.
So it is a common thing that happens apparently. Which I don't know. At the time, we were like, okay, we'd rather take the smaller table, a much smaller table, but at least we're definitely in, right? And we knew that the table was a lot smaller, but I don't think we like fully comprehended the size difference.
Yeah.
Until we actually saw the table in person.
It was tiny. Funnily enough, we weren't supposed to do that, which we found out later. We had a little walkthrough throughout the entire like convention area, and we walked to the dealer's den because I was like, oh, we could like get situated, see how much space we have, that kind of thing. And we found our table. We were like, oh yeah, that is like so fucking small. We were like, oh my god, how are we gonna do this? I don't know. And then we walk out. And at some point we were like, oh, let's like take a look at it again just so we can like plan other things. We were not actually allowed to go back in there. They blocked off the area. I remember I remember snapping a photo of the booth. Yeah, so yeah. I'm sorry, your reference. We didn't know. But we didn't go back in. And, we didn't break in. Everything was just open, so we just,
I mean, it's not like there was anything there. So
yeah, no, it was just empty tables.
There wasn't any boxes to steal.
Yeah.
No steel boxes.
The one bad thing was that there was no even ground to put your merch and other things that you need for your booth there. So because the car park was underground, there were 2 elevators that you would have to use. And, you would have to have a trolley like that, a trolley where you put all your stuff in, you carry it around. It was also quite far to walk, especially when there were like a lot of people in the way. People in fursuits as well, because they don't have the greatest vision because, they're wearing a fucking mask on their head that impairs their vision.
Vision and hearing. They can't hear you either.
So it happened a lot where I was trying to walk past someone and they didn't see me. I bumped into them and I'm like, oh, fuck, my god, goddamn. I did get like upset at them first, but then I was like, they're wearing like, they have like a tiny hole they look through to see things. Obviously, they're not going to fucking see me on the side.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That wasn't so great. One of the elevators stopped working at some point as well, so there was only one elevator, and there were a lot of people who had to, make that pilgrimage from the dealer's den to the elevator to the car park, from the car park with all of their stuff to the elevator back to the dealer's den. So you would have to wait a long time for someone to go up and down. Sometimes the elevator would be full. You'd be like, oh, like it's completely maxed out. You're like, all right, just go ahead. I'll take the next turn.
Yeah, that's a really interesting difference between furry conventions and anime conventions.
Yeah,
that I've noticed.
Apparently, that's pretty normal for furry conventions.
So furry conventions, they open usually a day before the convention actually starts, for what's called registration, because you go in and you show them your ticket and stuff, and you receive a lanyard.
Mm-hmm.
like specifically for you. You have to pick up this lanyard to like be allowed into the con. That's not a thing that most anime conventions do.
No. Anime conventions, you have like a QR code on your phone that you just show to the entrance, and they're like, "All right, here you go, fuck off."
Yeah, and like the whole like furry convention culture, I guess you could call it, is like a lot of people go there to hang out with each other. So a lot of people go to register on the first day where the con itself isn't technically open yet. Pick up their badge because it can take a long time to get your badge. Because obviously thousands of people need to receive this badge, so
Yeah.
it takes a while. And then they hang out. They hang out in the lobby. They wear their fursuits a little bit. They meet up with people and stuff. Meanwhile, people in the dealers den are building their booths. So that's what we mean when we say like we're like making this trek from the car park to the dealer's den. We have to like traverse through hordes of fursuiters. They're just like chilling, obviously. It's not like they're not allowed to do that. It's just an interesting difference. It does make it a little bit more difficult to set up, because it's not like at an anime con where only people who are allowed to set up, who are setting up, are allowed in at that specific time. So there's only people going to and from the thing, setting stuff up. There's nobody like standing around, So build up is a lot smoother at anime conventions.
Which brings me to my next point. We came way too early for no reason, as we have found out. So it's like a big meme for Eurofurence convention goers, that the queue to get your badge and everything is like astronomically long. It goes outside of the building almost to the we were like almost at the underground entrance for the train.
That's actually not just a Eurofurence thing. That's a general furry convention thing.
Oh, okay.
Because as far as I know, there might be some that don't, but as far as I know, all furry conventions have this lanyard system.
Yeah.
So it's like a meme that you go and stand in line con.
Standing
in a line for like 2 hours.
It's just really funny. Like I remember we were there at like 9 a.m. for some reason.
Yeah.
And then like I think we had to wait all day because build up was at like 5 p.m. or something like that. And like at like 4 p.m. or something when we came back, there was like no line.
Yeah.
You could just go and like grab your badge. Like there was no reason for us to be that early.
Yeah, because people, they wake up, they stay at the hotel that's literally right next to the convention hall. They want to just get their badge so they can hang out in the con space, obviously.
Yeah.
But for us, we weren't planning to do that, so apparently there was actually no reason for us to queue up that early.
Yeah. But it was all right. There was a lot of time that we wasted. We were just kind of hanging around. We looked at the area. Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. But here we come to the good part. Also, one of the best performing cons to date.
Mm-hmm.
We made profit, I think, within 2 hours, which was amazing. Did not think it was going to go that well. We had a queue of people in front of our booth. We never had a queue before. Like, sure, we had like maybe like 3 people queuing before. We had a queue of like 10 people at Eurofurence. It was absolutely insane.
That would keep getting refilled with a new set of 10 people.
Yeah.
Like once somebody left, another person was already in the queue.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember like as soon as the dealers then opened, it was like we were standing for like 3 or 4 hours without sitting down once because we kept having people buying stuff. It was insane. It was great.
It was very nice because the whole setup process the day before was very, very, very stressful.
It was annoying as hell.
Because we obviously knew that the table was smaller, but like I said, it was difficult to really know what to do with it until we saw the table. And honestly, that size table is like totally fine if you're selling a lot of really small things, a lot of prints, that kind of thing. Most people don't need that much space.
Yeah.
But we had, these huge chunky plushies. We had body pillows.
The 3 boxes of shirts.
We had we didn't know how we were supposed to display the shirts, the mouse pads.
I had to go, like, I remember, like, we only took like a quarter of the shirts because there was like almost no space behind us to put them like under the table. They were like, it was like a tiny table. There were like 2 boxes that we could put under the table, and we couldn't really, put everything behind us because all the other booths would have no space left over. So what I had to do was I had to keep restocking.
Yeah, that was another kind of situation where the tables are literally right next to each other.
Yeah,
and then you have people behind you as well, so you have to be mindful of other people's space. So with all of these big items that we had, it was genuinely really stressful.
It was extremely stressful.
Our banner was way too big as well. We had to like fold it around the edges. It looked really stupid.
Yeah.
I hated it.
By the way, look at your screen right now. Here's an image. Stop gaming. Look at the screen. That's what it looks like. By the way, I also realized I forgot about the last booth. Here's an image of the last booth at Dokumi 2025. Look right now. Jingle, jingle. Look up at your second screen. Yeah, think. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so
but it was great.
It ended up taking. It took so long to set up the booth.
Yeah, we had to like do the rest on the first day, didn't we?
Yeah, like I don't remember exactly how long.
I don't even know why we took that long.
Because we had to. It wasn't just like, oh, we know what to do. We set up the boxes like the way we always do. We had to like calculate, like, okay, we've got to do this. Maybe we can put this thing here. Oh, this thing is covered. Oh, okay, how do we display this thing?
Yeah.
Very stressful. Glad we have the experience now, though. We'll be at Eurofronts again, 2026.
Yeah.
With the same size table, and now, but we both have less large items and also know what to expect, so we can actually, be at home and thoroughly plan it out before we go.
Yeah. Something that I also forgot to mention that the Dokumi 2025, same for Eurofurence, we started doing exclusive shirts. So shirt designs that were like themed for the con, with an original design that is very high quality in my opinion.
Yeah, we got a contact through the developer of the chiplet game, actually, who is a German-based. They do screen printing.
Yeah,
and they get very high quality source t-shirts. The prints are really
are amazing. I love the prints.
A little bit more on the expensive side, obviously, but super worth it in my opinion.
Yeah. So, for Dokumi, we had a total of 50 of those shirts. We sold them within 3 days, so like the entire convention. I'm pretty sure we sold the last shirt on the last day.
Yep, it was pretty close to closing as well, actually.
Yeah. So we didn't really know what to expect with Eurofurence. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, hindsight is 2020, obviously, but we had way too little shirts. I think we also got 50 for that convention, and those were gone within like 2 hours. I think they were gone extremely fast.
I have a lot to say about exclusive shirts.
Well, go ahead.
Because I really like designing. I really like designing shirts in general. Like, I don't know. It's probably like one of the main reasons I got into the whole like convention artist stuff is because I really freaking enjoy making merch designs. I love making stuff that I would buy, stuff that I wish existed, and I really enjoy, especially when it comes to shirts. There's a lot to consider in terms of like what your limitations are. Screen printing has limited colors, or do you go with a different printing style? Maybe the quality's like not as good, that kind of thing. and I enjoy being like, okay, we're gonna do screen printing, so I gotta like limit the colors. How can I use limited colors in a creative way? That shit's really fun to me, and I love, why do I do exclusive stuff? Isn't that kind of, people have to be there to get it, and then they can't get. Some people can't get it. That's sad. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, but like also,
It's kind of the point.
it's because I can't. It's difficult when you're doing things like this because you order a set amount. You can't just keep ordering more if there's a lot of demand for it. If you don't know if there's demand for it, you're not going to order as many, because if you order too many, you're going to pay a lot of money for something that you're not going to get back.
Yeah. You gotta prepay those things, by the way. If for anybody who doesn't know, and if you don't make that money back, you're fucked.
Yeah, so like I totally agree that it's a shame when you come to an artist's booth for like their exclusive design that you think is really cool and they're sold out already. I agree that sucks, and I genuinely feel really bad about it. But I'm not doing it on purpose, I swear.
Yeah, no. We really didn't know where to expect at
Yeah.
Eurofurence.
So we very often go for like the safe route of ordering less, because I can't afford to spend lots and lots of money on something, and then not get paid for it, because I'm just a guy. Like I'm not, I'm not like, I don't know why that comes to mind. I'm not like Nike. I can't, can't just like sell my stock to some like sports store. Like,
and Nike does not produce their shirts in a, let's say, humane way, unlike ours.
Yeah, so I have a lot of mixed feelings about about doing exclusive designs. Like I love it, but I also do genuinely feel bad when people miss out.
Yeah. But we did do a limited run of the Eurofurence shirt that you could order online, for anybody who missed it.
Yeah, because I wouldn't do that if, I don't know, we ordered 100 and then they like sold out on day 3 or something. I wouldn't do another like rerun of them, because that's very expensive, and but that was a very special situation,
a learning experience
where just such a huge amount of people missed out for like what was literally my mistake. So I felt bad, and I was like, okay, here you go.
No, I think you did well. We turned it around. Yeah, next time we'll have more. I hope we can promise you that. Table price or booth price compared to Dokumi is very, very cheap.
Yeah,
including the for like Eurofurence, for example, you need to get a normal ticket first before you can even get a booth, an exhibitor booth. All in all, I think it was about 400 euros, which tasted really good compared to the 1,600 euros we had to pay for Dokumi.
Yeah, that's another huge thing that I really appreciate about furry conventions. They're so artist friendly.
They are. They really are.
They really don't charge much for tables, and I think that's really cool. Obviously, on the other hand, the ticket prices individually tend to be a bit more expensive for like visitors. But I don't know. I think that's a really good way to do it.
Yeah.
To give the artists a little bit more leeway, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
So yes, we will be back, Eurofurence. We will be back. You better prepare yourselves. We have plans. Anyways, one of the scary parts about the whole Eurofurence situation, considering it's in Germany, Germans love cash. We love cash. I don't know why, but we do. Most people paid with cash. And obviously, you got to take all that cash and keep it in a safe place. Ideally, you want to deposit it in your bank account. Hamburg is scary. Knowing that I was walking around with that much money was scary as fuck. Because we had to go from the convention to a really sketchy underground train station to another sketchy underground train station where our bank was situated just so we can deposit it immediately. That wasn't very nice.
Yeah, I do. I made a video about Eurofluence, and I think I did mention that in the video that I think the con is in a really good location.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, you can just leave the con whenever you want. You can go walk around the parks. There's loads of places to eat and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's like no banks for some reason.
Yeah, no, you have to go into the fucking metropolis city.
It's so strange.
Yeah. But anyways, next convention, Polaris. Funnily enough, also in Hamburg. We didn't plan to go to Polaris. But our dear friend that we were staying at, the game dev, asked if we could, split the booth. If we were interested to also sell our stuff there.
Yeah, they had like some kind of situation where they were originally planning to share the booth with a different creator who decided to back out sort of last minute. And we were like, you know what? Sure, we don't have to pay for accommodation.
Yeah.
Why
of course
not?
we did split the booth price.
Of course, yeah.
By the way, that's Salsa Shark. Anybody who doesn't know. Yes. That convention didn't do too bad, considering we planned it within like a week, 2 weeks maybe.
And we were also sold out of a lot of stuff because Eurofluence just happened.
Yeah. So we didn't have a lot of stuff to sell, but it didn't do too badly.
Polaris is similar to Dokumi. It's very a lot of anime stuff, but also a lot of gaming stuff.
It's more like a Gamescom.
Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah, but it's also like very pop culture, I guess you could say.
Yeah, pop culture. Yeah.
There are a lot of anime artists there. They have their own artist alley as well, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Interesting con.
One of the annoying things was the organization of the event. So when we arrived there, we expected there to be, tables, something to put our stuff on. We arrived, our booth was completely empty. So were many other booths.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was like, what the fuck is going on? Why are there no tables anywhere? We need tables, we need chairs.
To have electricity as well.
We didn't have electricity. So, we went up to the help desk and we were like, hey, we need tables. We don't have electricity. We need chairs. Like, when is it coming? And they were like, oh, don't worry. We'll let you know. Like, it should be coming soon. We're like, all right, cool. Obviously we couldn't build our booth because we need tables for that, we did put up the shelves and started sorting our stuff, fortunately Naomi was very gracefully gave us some tables so we could
you missed
do something.
We went there the day before, which is the build
up.
And they kept saying the tables are coming.
Yeah, I was done yet.
It was because that was on the day where we got the tables.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought that was. Oh my god, you are right.
They kept saying the tables are coming. Oh my god, tables are coming. It kept getting later and later. We were like, bro,
okay,
I
thought we did have the table, like the tables from Naomi on the build up. Well, I wasn't done yet. Let me talk.
Sure.
I mean, you kind of spoiled it now. All right. Well, they kept telling us, the tables were coming. They were not coming. And at some point they were like, okay, the tables are not coming today. They will be here tomorrow when the con starts at 8 a.m. sharp. And we were like, all right, that sucks. But, I guess we'll have to build our booth within like 2 hours because the con starts, I think it was 10. Or 11, something like that.
I think it actually started at 12 on the first day.
12.
Yeah.
Anyways, we were there, I think 8:30.
Yep.
We were there pretty early. The tables were still not there. And the tables were still not there until like, I think half an hour after the con opened up. So they were literally people coming in, looking at the booths, and then the fucking tables come, and it's like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah. That was by that time, thankfully, you know, our friends at Nayami, who is also a German Twitch streamer, they are smart and they bring their own tables to every convention.
That's when we bought our own tables.
They inspired us to buy that whole event inspired us to buy our own tables. But they were like, yeah, this is really stupid. We actually have 2 extra tables that we don't need, so we can lend them to you.
Yeah. I think if that wouldn't have happened, we would have, I don't know, like we would have like had to sit on the ground.
The
and, like,
booth would have been on the floor.
Yeah, very kind of annoying. The canopy, or gazebo, as you would call it. We had a gazebo that was honestly a pretty good idea. You know, it was like covering the whole booth basically. You could lock it up after you're done. You know, it can go home. It keeps the stuff safe. But you did not see us at all.
Yeah.
Like we tried to make ourselves visible, but we were just like a black spot. Also, our booth was right next to this huge like pillar. So we were like behind the pillar and underneath a gazebo. So our booth was incredibly hard to spot.
Yeah, so this tent was the game devs, the Salsa Shark idea.
Yeah.
And they were like, yo, because we were sharing the booth with them, obviously.
Yeah,
Like, yo, this is gonna be really cool. Like, we can like stand out, and then we have like, to give them credit, it was kind of cool to have like a little space.
Yeah,
where we were like, we could go in the back, and people don't see us. You can like have a break and stuff.
Yeah.
Not great for visibility though, which is kind of something that's pretty important in a convention.
Yeah. Also, another bad thing. That was like the first time I was absolutely fucking dying from allergies.
Yeah. Oh my god.
The I don't know what was wrong, but like it was so dusty. Like,
it was the tent, bro. The gazebo was collecting dust.
I think so. Like literally after the first day, there was like a visible dust layer on everything. I don't know what it was. It was just like they turned on like the air circulation in the whole convention space, and I guess it's just very dusty and it just throws a lot of dust around, and it just distributed everywhere. And I was absolutely fucking dying from allergies. It was horrible. I had to have multiple breaks outside just so I wouldn't fucking absolutely die. Yeah. But one good thing, kind of funny. Right next to us was a Gunnergy stand. If you guys don't know, that's like a energy drink from a German YouTuber / Twitch streamer. And they were just giving them away for free. It was pretty cool. You could just go up and get a free energy drink. At some point, one guy went up and just got like a whole case that we could all drink. It was pretty cool. Yeah, he's nodding. So yeah, Polaris, we would do it again, but we would have our own booth.
Yeah, we did apply this year.
We did. We still didn't get a response.
And we did not get a response. So usually when you apply to a convention and I don't actually know how common this is, but from every convention we've ever gotten rejected from, they sent us an email being like, hey, sorry, we decided not to choose you this year. Thank you for applying anyway. There's nothing from Polaris.
Yeah, still nothing. I don't know if we're going.
Maybe they're still going to accept. The convention's in like, what, a couple months?
I think so. Yeah, we'll see. We'll let you guys know,
I mean, most people got their acceptance emails already, so I assume no response means that we didn't get accepted.
Yeah.
I just find it a little bit odd that...
It's very weird.
Yeah.
But this is a good time to talk about Mad Lad. That was his first appearance.
Yeah.
So I never thought that would ever happen. It was more of a joke in my imagination, I guess. You know, when you're like selling stuff yourself, you're always wondering like, is there ever going to be a guy who comes up to your booth and says one of everything, please?
It's like a joke.
It's like a joke. There was actually that guy, and we called. I don't know your name, but we call you Mad Lad because he came up to a booth, shook our hands, and was like, "One of everything, please." And I thought I misheard him at first. I was like, "Huh?" Like, "Yeah, one of everything." I was like, you're kidding, right? He's like, no, I want one of everything. I'm like, all right. Okay, sure. Weird. But okay, I pack his stuff. It was a lot of work. I had to like tap everything, put everything in one bag, He pays for it. Card did not get declined. And he says, all right, I'll see you back tomorrow. And we were like, huh? What do you mean? He comes back tomorrow. Does the same thing. One of everything, please. We could not believe our fucking eyes and ears. It was crazy. But we very much appreciate it. I think without him, we wouldn't have made a profit. I think.
Yeah, we were like, what are you? Because you're getting like duplicate T-shirts and stuff. Like, what are you gonna do with these?
Yeah.
So like, I'll just like give them to like my friends. My mom. I think it was like I'm gonna gift it to my mom.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Mad Lad. And that was Polaris. Next convention. Our first convention outside of Germany. So, we tasted blood. We were like, all right, we got this convention thing figured out, I think. We're going to apply to a shit ton of conventions for next year, which we did. And we got accepted to a convention called Heroes Made in Asia, which is in the Netherlands in a town called Utrecht. Very beautiful town, by the way.
Yeah, I love Utrecht.
So that was our first convention outside of Germany. The travel there wasn't too bad. It was like about 2 hours, something like that. One thing that I found a bit weird, they had a really complicated check-in system for the build-up. So you had to book a time slot in advance. We never had that before. It was a little bit complicated to figure out, like the website. You had to like sign up for like 2 different websites. It was a bit weird. Yeah. But it worked. It was all right. We came at our agreed time, build our booth, and yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we also applied to that con pretty late.
We did, yeah.
So we ended up paying like exhibitor prices.
Yeah.
Because the only booths they still had left were like huge ones.
like ridiculously huge.
Yeah, but
the booth we had was already way too big for us.
Yeah, but we were like, we wanted to try it out.
Yeah. Also, Tim was there.
No.
He helped us once again. Very nice. They had a cool website with like a digital storefront, basically. It was kind of cool. You could display all of your stuff you're selling. You were like, if you searched on the website, there was like a chip flake thing. You could see like images of our stuff, where we were, that kind of thing. So they did that pretty well. It was pretty cool. They also advocate to use card payments wherever possible, unlike Germany. That was pretty cool. We brought our own tables and chairs and power station because the booth was already really expensive. Mm-hmm. So that was definitely worth it. We had our Steam Deck with us so people could playtest our game, Super Chip Flag U. I made a mistake because I used this like Steam family function where you could like lock down the account basically, and you can't like change any settings. You can only play games that are like approved. And I unknowingly realized way too late that I had a bunch of non-Steam games that I forgot to disable. So people started playing like Spyro, fucking like Ridge Racer. Like they were fucking with the Steam Deck basically. So that was a bit annoying. But a lot of people did play the game. They were interested. A lot of people didn't know the game. And for a lot of people, it was their first time seeing a Steam Deck IRL, which was funny because I thought it was more popular than that. But people were like, what is this? I was like, oh, it's like a game. And they're like, no, like the thing. I'm like, oh, it's like a Steam Deck. And they're like, yo, what the fuck is... what? And I had to like explain to them what a Steam Deck was.
Basically advertising Steam Deck.
Yeah, I was like, what? Okay. Yeah, I feel like most people were more interested in the Steam Deck than in the actual game.
Yeah, I mean, this was around the time where the RAM prices were going crazy.
Yeah.
So Steam Decks were very rare at the time.
I guess so.
I think they still are.
Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty cool. You know, people play tested our game. That was nice. We got new shelves, different shelves that did not have the grates, but like the white back instead, which look a lot better, a lot more space to put stuff. You know, very cool. And we didn't know that there weren't really a lot of chip flake fans in the Netherlands. I don't know. I feel like most people didn't really know who we were.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily like a Netherlands thing. It was quite a small convention.
It was a small convention.
It's a pretty big con for the Netherlands.
Yeah, people call it the better Comic Con.
Yeah,
apparently.
But obviously, compared to Dokumi, for example, a lot smaller.
Yeah.
So I think that the kinds of people who watch my content and stuff would rather travel to Germany and go to Dokumi than go to Heroes Made in Asia. That's my theory, at least.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. Yeah, the food situation. I'll touch up on that again. They did not accept cash, and I did not know about that. You know, when you're vending at a con, usually, you know, you get a lot of change. You have cash that you could just grab and be like, oh, I'll just go grab some food and use the cash that I just earned, you know. But I went to a place where they did like, I think it was like butter chicken fries. Like that sounded really interesting. So I got that and I paid it with cash. And I was, you know, I didn't think anything of it. Until later, Tim told me that all the food places at Heroes Made in Asia are not actually allowed to take cash.
Do you want to talk about the bubble tea situation?
I will. So they just do not allow cash at all. Like it was like in their like guidelines, they were not allowed to take cash. But I just managed to. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. Very weird. Yeah, at some point I wanted to get some boba for everyone. Obviously I took cash because hey, I used it before. Why wouldn't it work again? Went up to the booth. I ordered and then they were like, all right, that's gonna be this much. I show them my cash and they're like, no, we don't take that. I'm like, what? Like, no, we don't take cash. I'm like, really? Like, all right, sure, I'll pay by card. I tried to pay with my phone. And it didn't go through. And I was like, oh, that's annoying. You know, it didn't work. I tried it again, didn't work. I was like, okay. And like the whole time I was like, bro, I have money in my hands. Just take my money, like take my cash. What is your problem? And then I was like, oh wait, I'm wearing my watch. I could just use my watch to pay by card, you know. Actually, no, I didn't have my phone with me. I had to leave that at the booth. That was the problem. I tried to use my watch, but then my watch ran out of battery. And I was like, oh, guess I'm not getting boba. And then I walked back to the booth and then I realized, oh wait, I had my cards with me all along. I could just use that. Yeah. And that's when I found out. That's when Tim told me that they don't take cash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think what happened was he went to a different booth later on.
Yeah.
And got food like from somebody else. And he came back and he was like, yo, they just told me.
Yeah.
that they're actually not allowed to take cash.
Hmm.
And then we were like, so why didn't the boba place tell us that they're not allowed to take cash?
Yeah. They just said to me like they just don't take it. Like
Yeah.
they didn't say they weren't allowed.
Because you were like kind of upset.
Yeah, I was like really pissed off, honestly.
But like if they would have said from the beginning, yeah, sorry, we're not allowed to take cash, you would have been like, oh, okay, I understood.
Yeah.
Because you were a little bit confused considering the other place took the cash.
Yeah.
Which apparently they weren't allowed to.
They weren't really allowed to, no.
But yeah, very interesting Dutch rules, I guess.
Yeah.
Something like that.
By the way, those butter chicken fries were absolute smackers. Oh my god, they were so
very
good.
good.
They were really good. They had like karaage as well, like another place. Tim got us some karaage at some point.
Fried chicken.
It was also really good.
Yes.
And it was like €6.
Reasonably priced.
Really reasonably priced. The fries were also reasonably priced. The boba was reasonably priced that I couldn't get. But yeah. It was nice. The hotel that we had was pretty far away, unfortunately. We did book a hotel that was like right next to the convention center, but that got cancelled for unknown reasons.
Like a week or something.
Like a week before, yeah. So I had to book a different hotel, which was further away. We had to take public transport, but you know, it's the Netherlands. They're very well connected. Public transport is great in the Netherlands. The hotel was nice, you know. Utrecht in general, absolutely beautiful city. I love that city. It's great.
Yeah. Also, I got tons of fan art.
You got so much you never got that much fan art before. It was crazy.
So many lovely people who came up and was like, yeah, here I drew something for you.
Yeah, it was so nice.
I went home with this huge stack. It was like incredibly sweet.
Yeah. Do you remember? I think it was it the first night or the second night where we went into town with Tim and we wanted to get some drinks?
That was
I think that was the second night, was it? I don't remember. At some point, I don't know. After the con, we were like, all right, let's go get some drinks, you know, relax a little bit. We went to this bar that a lot of students go to, and we had like the funniest interaction. Apparently, it's like a big meme in the Netherlands that these like international students, like Dutch students, like they just like they party hard, you know, they go out drinking, they go to these student bars, they all talk the same for some reason. Like apparently that's like the big meme. And we just like sat down in this bar surrounded by students, and we were carrying this power station with us, you know, like you know, you charge it up, you use electricity and stuff. Yeah. And they thought it was like a speaker. And I was like, no, it's like a power station. It's like electricity, you know, that kind of thing. They're like, oh, okay, like what do you use it for? We're like, oh, we're actually like, you know, Heroes Made in Asia. And they look at us like really confused. And we're like, oh, okay, yeah, well, it's like this convention in this city. Like we're selling stuff there, you know, that kind of thing. And then we're like, oh, like, yeah, what do you call it? Like, and then like, you know, chip flake. And then Tim explained to them what chip flake was and then showed your social profile and stuff. Like we had a solid conversation for like a good 10 minutes, and then after that, nothing.
Yeah.
Like they just left without saying goodbye. That's like the meme.
Yeah.
With those Dutch students. You talk to them and you never see them again for the rest of your life. Like you make no connection with them whatsoever. And they're like drunk. They're like drunk out of their mind. Yeah, very funny. Febo. I love Febo. You remember Febo?
Of course.
Yeah, you know, it's like a vending machine. You get hot food, burgers, frikandel, croquette.
Yeah, it's really useful if you're doing something like a convention, because you're leaving the convention at like sometimes as late as 9 p.m. In most places, it's kind of hard to get food.
Yeah,
so you just go to these vending machines, 24/7 vending machines, just get some warm food. It's pretty epic.
Yeah, it's very nice. Also, Return of the King, Mad Lad.
I could not believe my eyes.
I could not believe he was there. It was crazy. I don't know. is he following us or are we just following him? That's what I'm wondering. But yeah, he does this thing. You know, we already had a bag prepared for him the second day. We just gave it to him. We're like, all right, pay money. Thanks. Bye. Yeah, great guy. Profits were good. We did make a profit, but we were hoping for more because we truthfully were not doing very well at the time.
Yeah, it just wasn't super worth it.
Yeah, no. Like after all the expenses.
All the traveling.
Yeah, the hotels, everything.
Yeah, I have said this before, but I think I wouldn't be opposed to going again if we were to get a cheaper booth.
Yeah, definitely. Which brings us to the next convention. Convention number 6. We're almost done, don't worry. HanaCon in Hanover. It was my idea to apply for that convention.
It was also your idea to apply for Heroes Made in Asia.
It was also my idea to apply for Heroes Made in Asia. Gotta be honest, not my greatest idea. It is a very small convention. It's in Hanover, which is not that far away, but it's still quite a drive there. But I gotta say, it was very well organized.
The con itself is great, honestly.
Yeah,
I would love if that was like a con that was in my area. I would love to visit it.
Yeah,
really well organized. All of the people there organizing it, everyone was super lovely. Convention hall was really nice, really clean, really well. Everything was really, I keep saying organized, really well organized.
Yeah, no. It was very small. It was like a hotel that's like connected to the convention space. Basically, it's like a, what do you call that?
Is it called a Congress Center?
A Congress Center, yeah, Congress Hall. Parking was really easy. We parked right outside where the exhibitors were. Unfortunately, there were stairs, which was a bit annoying, but honestly, we dealt with it pretty well. It was all right. Unfortunately, the booth was very quiet most of the time. We didn't get a lot of customers, considering there's like, I think maybe 2,000 people going to HanaCon, I think it was. Yeah, not many customers, but it was still fun. I think it was a good experiment, I think.
Yeah, I think what the main issue was, again, similar to Heroes Made in Asia, really expensive booth.
The booth was expensive, you're right.
Yeah, we
spent almost as much as we spent for Heroes Made in Asia.
Yeah, and it was also a 2-day con, not a 3-day con.
Mm-hmm.
And we were considered like handler.
Yeah.
So like,
we weren't artists.
Put next to people selling manga and
figurines.
Yeah, like
really low quality.
They buy
shirts.
like bulk figurines from overseas and sell them at conventions. And then we're just there like in the middle.
Yeah.
I think that's why we paid so much.
Mm-hmm.
Which the thing is, we didn't know how much the booth would cost before we applied.
Yeah, they didn't really have much of a good web presence.
Mm-hmm.
The registration was like a Google form.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of information.
Yeah, and it's a shame because I heard from other artists who were there that they had a great experience there. And it was really worth it for them.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because they probably didn't pay as much for the booth that we did.
If we would have paid like 400 for the booth, then we would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But no, we weren't. We made a loss for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we made a loss at the first Dokumi, but this time it was like, I wouldn't say a life or death situation, but we were not doing well. Financially, and that was a kick to the stomach, I would say. Yeah. But hey, Mad Lad returned. Can you believe it?
I could not
believe it.
My eyes. Like, genuinely.
Yeah, genuinely. I hugged him. As soon as I saw him, I was like, bro, there's no way. 3 cons in a row, there's no way. But this time he didn't actually buy one of everything, you know. I respect it. You know, it's kind of crazy how much money he gave to us. But he said he will be back for Dokumi. And we were like, all right, cool. See you there. Anyways, after everything, you know, selling everything, we tore down our booth, literally defeated, and we got absolutely shit-faced in the beer garden right next to the convention space.
It's a great beer garden.
It was amazing. They had ribs. They were great. They had like really well priced drinks as well. Like it was nice. It was very nice. They did have a really weird drink that I've never seen before. I was very curious, so I ordered it. It's called an Altbierbowle. And as somebody who lives in the area of Düsseldorf, I was quite offended, to be honest. So what they do is they take Altbier, which is, you know, pretty good beer that you shall not disrespect on, and they mix it with like these canned fruits, and the result is a really weird fucking tasting beer fruit cocktail.
It was pretty disgraceful, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It was weird. It was very weird. But yeah, I think most people that went to Hanacon or go to smaller conventions like Hanacon save up their money to go to the big anime convention called Dokumi,
which was literally 2 weeks after.
Yeah, 2 weeks after. So, let's say one not that good doing con, and then one really bad con experience. We did not have high hopes for the next Dokumi. We were honestly quite defeated. The exclusive shirts we made for Hiroshima in Asia and Hanacon did not sell out. We had way too many of them left, so we made a loss on that specifically. But then it was time for the big Dokumi. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. So this time at Dokumi, we actually managed to get a fan stand and not a normal exhibitor stand, which saved us a lot of money. Very nice. And this time they had a content creator area that we were in. They didn't have that before, I think. Or maybe.
See, I don't want to keep I know I was like joking earlier about you spreading misinformation.
But they didn't have like a specific content creator area in 2025.
I don't know, because we were always situated next to content creators.
Yeah, like I swear to fucking God, I've never seen those fan stands before.
Bro, I hasn't done research.
I don't know, whatever. We saved a lot of money. It was nice. This time we couldn't actually drive into the hall. You were not allowed to do that as a fan stand, I guess.
Yeah,
but,
because the booths are so close together.
Yeah,
They said specifically for like safety reasons you can't drive it.
It's table next to table, so you know obviously you can't drive your car in there. But we had trolleys. We made it work. It was pretty good. What I forgot to mention as well was Hanacon was the first time we actually had a complete makeover of our booth design.
Yeah.
And it looked absolutely fucking amazing. And honestly, that was a really good test for Dokumi.
Yeah.
And when we arrived, we didn't realize just how big our booth was this time. Like we had 2 massive, absolutely massive tables
Yeah.
Like one of them would have been enough, honestly, but we had two of them. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was the thing, because we always had exhibitor booths before. The space itself was the same size, but the tables we always got were smaller.
Yeah.
And we kind of just assumed we get the same tables. But
Yeah.
they were bigger.
They were huge. We didn't know what to do at some point.
Yeah.
We just kind of started putting shelves everywhere. I don't know.
Now we had the opposite problem of your reference. We had too much space.
Yeah.
We didn't know what to do with.
Too much space. By the way, once again, I forgot again. Look at your screen right now. Here's Hanacon. Looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah, looks great. Okay. Stop gaming, guys. Look at your screen. Dokumi. The last Dokumi. Beautiful, right? Yes, thank you. Okay, you can go back to your RuneScape or something. I don't know. Yes. We were very happy with our new booth design, and so were the people. I think they liked it.
Nah, I hated it, bro.
I do have to say, the last two Dokumis with the exhibitor parking is different. There's a different exhibitor parking space that you get when you go get a normal booth, like a normal exhibitor booth for Dokumi. You can drive right onto the convention area. There's like a car park specifically for, big boy exhibitors. But we didn't get that this time. We had to park in an indoor car park, which was, to be fair, it was right next to the whole convention. But oh my god, the getting out of that was complete fucking hell.
Yeah, because it was just the same parking garage that the regular visitors were using. The ticket that we paid for was basically just to, I guess, guarantee us a spot and allow us to park there overnight.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was basically the same as a regular parking ticket that everybody else was paying for.
Yeah.
So when we were done for the day and wanted to go home, so did everybody else who was at the con at that day.
Yeah. And I don't know why they did that, but they blocked off the road. I mean, I guess it's like safety concerns because people were like crossing the road and stuff. But to be fair, last year we went through a different entrance. It was a different place we parked. It was a lot easier. But to be fair, we paid less for the booth, so it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. Weirdly enough, the first day was absolutely crazy. It was super busy, which in the last two Dokumis was never the case on the first day. It's usually Saturday that is the busiest day. But this time it was Friday, and we made a profit on the first day, which, is always great. We were very happy. But also very, very exhausting. This time the food was also better. I don't know. I don't know if I'm imagining it, but I got these beef mince rice balls. They were really good. They were maybe, I think they were like 15 euros or something. Kind of overpriced, but that was worth it. They tasted very good. Yeah, we spent a lot of money ourselves, like way too much money.
Can't be a convention artist if you don't immediately spend all of your profits on other artists.
Yeah, this was also the first time that I actually walked around at Dokumi and looked at other booths and other halls and that kind of thing. I took like 2 hours.
Yeah, it was the first time I didn't walk around.
Yeah. That was the first time for me to like. I've never seen Dokumi as a visitor before, so that was very interesting. So yes, a lot of the money that we got was immediately spent for other artists, which it's kind of cool. It's like a circle of life kind of thing.
I mean, the problem is there's way too many good artists.
Yeah,
not even just Dokumi. Every convention, I spent a lot of money at Hanacon as well because there's just so many good artists there.
Yeah,
you can't help yourself.
Yeah,
I wish Like we really need to like Dokkaebi is obviously like really important for us because it's, you know, close, important for us financially, I mean.
Financially.
But I would also like to go as a visitor one day because there's just so much to see, and obviously when you're standing at your booth all day, you don't really get the chat, especially when people are like, "Yo, hi, are you Chip Flick? Can I get something signed by you? No, you're not here. Oh, okay."
That's like the thing when you're vending at a booth. You're not at the con. You're not enjoying the con. You are working, and that is just it's exhausting.
Yeah, it's also really easy to spend a lot of money on artists because they have things that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, true. That's true.
You know, obviously I'm an artist myself. I follow a lot of artists. There's certain artists who come from freaking like America, Canada, whatever, to Dokkaebi. I don't know if I'm gonna see them again. So I want to buy stuff from them while I have the chance. I want to get cool hand-drawn, I don't know, prints of characters that I never see in like anime stores. That kind of thing. It's just really easy to spend lots of money on funny little trinkets of little guys to make me happy.
Yeah. Talking about that, I guess kind of similar. We saw lots of familiar faces, you know, people we've met.
Oh yeah.
The last Dokumi, the Nashkatira were there again. Nayami was there. She's always there, obviously, but you know, she was there as well. Haku as well. I didn't get a chance to look at his booth, which I feel a little bit disappointed now.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he had a booth.
Yeah, Haku is another German VTuber who's also a voice actor. A friend that we met through Nayami, actually.
Yeah.
Really, really lovely guy.
Yeah.
And his partner is also extremely lovely as well.
Yeah.
Again, if we would have had the chance to look around a little bit, you know.
Probably would have seen them. He did walk past. We said hello, but I guess at the point I didn't realize he actually had a booth himself.
Yeah.
Did you?
No, he told me. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
That's crazy.
Yeah, freaking Emmy as well is another German VTuber that I wanted to check out, who actually somehow found the time to come to my booth and say hi, which is really cool.
It's really nice. Astrid too.
Yeah, Astrid is a friend of ours who makes
dice.
Yeah, dice
out of resin, out of stone. Very cool.
Dice,
handcrafted,
playing games and stuff.
Yeah,
really cool stuff. It was also their first time there, which is really cool.
Yeah, I bought a lot of stuff from her.
Yeah,
yeah. So first day, obviously very exhausting. A good day. We were happy. After trying to get out with our car.
Oh my god.
Which was complete hell. There were so many cars on the road. They were like not moving. We were like in the middle of the road trying to like go into the right lane. Like it was annoying. I don't know. We took so long to get home, and then we were like, you know what? Let's treat ourselves today. Let's get McDonald's, which was one of the worst ideas ever because our McDonald's is not very good.
Fast food, my ass.
Yeah, I don't know why they call it fast food. We were home at 11 p.m.
Why do they call it fast food when they hot of the cold foods, hot slow make the food?
So we ate our food at 11 p.m. Had to get up again in the morning. I think what time did we get up? 7?
Yeah,
or 8.
Very early.
Very early. Because I had stomach problems because we ate so late. Like, oh my god, it was
Saturday is the longest day. It starts early and it ends late.
Yeah, not saying it's not worth it. You know, this is complaining about very small things. But my stomach was so upset. Oh my god.
No, same.
Yeah.
That was bad. But like I unironically love like after a really good day at a convention, you just eat like really stupid junk food at like one of the only places that's still open.
Yeah, and you can like just go in and be like, you know what? I'm gonna get whatever the fuck I want.
And you're like so tired because you've been working and talking to people all day. You barely talk to each other, but it's like such a good feeling. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the greatest feeling. And then the next day, we went to the creator party.
Yeah.
A lot of people that are creators don't know you can actually apply for a creator ticket at Dokumi. And Aaron got a creator ticket so we could go to the creator party, and I was the +1. And we tried really hard to talk to people, but the problem is we're both really socially awkward and we don't know how to start conversations with people. So we kind of just walked in, drank like 2 beers, went to the smoking area hoping to talk to someone, didn't talk to anyone. The only interaction I had with someone was like a nod.
Yeah.
And then we left.
Yeah, we are really good at networking.
Yeah. You could say it's one of our strong suits.
Yeah. The issue is that the thing that I was struggling with is like these people are also extremely awkward. Like the vast majority of other creators are like also don't know how to talk to people.
Yeah.
And that's like really difficult for me because I don't know if I like strike up a conversation with someone, if they're gonna reciprocate that, or if they're gonna be like, oh, don't talk to me, I'm scared.
Yeah. The problem was, as well, was we didn't really know anyone at the creator party that could have sparked some other conversations with other people, so we were just like by ourselves.
Yeah, it's so much easier if you know one person and then they're like, yeah, so like this is my friend, blah blah blah, and then you just start talking to they're a stranger.
Yeah.
But you already
it's easier because you start the there's a conversation flow.
You can be like, oh yeah, how do you guys know each other? What do you do? Blah blah blah. You know that person wants to talk to you. That's the main issue that I have when it comes to socializing, is this feeling that I don't know if the person actually wants to talk to me.
Yeah. Same. But afterwards we went to Burger King. That was pretty nice.
Yeah.
We went to Burger King at like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Even later, I don't even remember.
Didn't have to wait a million years.
We didn't have to wait. Sorry, but Burger King's just way better than McDonald's. I don't know. We were eating like outside because it was like warm. It was quite nice. We were just like sitting outside enjoying the nighttime, eating our burgers. I kind of felt like that rat eating the M&M.
That was like the rat eating the M&M is sad. It was like sad music playing.
It was like funny sad. Sad funny.
Why were you sad though?
No, I wasn't sad. I just like, I don't know. I mean, the rat looks happy. He likes
Nah, the rat's depressed, bro. That's like why the meme's funny.
Damn, okay.
That was it Hanacon that was the rat meme.
Yeah, true.
Eating that Chinese food.
But yes, we made a profit. A good profit. We are alive for another couple of months, which is great. Especially after how the last con did. The last con completely destroyed our self-esteem, but now we're back, boys. We are back.
Yeah, it's been nice to have the time to focus a bit more on the YouTube videos.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then, on the last day, as always, go into Düsseldorf, Immermannstraße, went to Takumi. I got whatever I wanted. Had a good time with friends.
Surprisingly, didn't have to wait that long for a table. I think probably because it was pretty late at that time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I always assumed that Düsseldorf is going to be packed full of anime fans after the con.
You would think so, yeah. You would think people would go to the Immermannstraße. It's a little Tokyo, if anybody doesn't know, in Düsseldorf.
Yeah, I think they do, but they probably go earlier. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I guess so.
But, good for us.
But, yeah, I have sad news, guys. Madlad did not come.
Yeah, I hope they're okay.
This is a PSA. If anybody has seen him, let us know how he is. We don't know. He said he was going to come. He didn't come. I'm kind of worried.
Yeah.
Not going to lie.
We miss you.
Yeah. But yes, that was conventions, everyone. 7 conventions, the last 7 conventions. What we've learned, our experiences, stuff we can take away for the next cons. Talking about that, what are the upcoming cons? Aaron?
Yeah, that's me. We have 2 more conventions this year.
2 guaranteed
Unless,
conventions.
unless Polaris is like, yo, kind of forgot to send you the confirmation email. Sorry about that. Here's a free booth for your troubles. The next con we'll be at is going to be in Austria. For the very first time we're going to Austria, which is absolutely wild.
Yeah, I've never been to Austria.
Never ever.
It's very far away. I can't wait to drive there.
It is very far away. But we'll be attending another furry convention. A little bit smaller than Eurofurence, but I actually got invited for the very first time to be a guest of honor there.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I'm just a guy. Like, why?
Just a guy on his drawing tablet, really.
They're gonna give me a microphone and let me like talk about whatever I want. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Gotta
Wild.
prepare some panels, bro.
Yeah.
Gonna talk about taxes.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. Taxes panel. Like,
I'm sure everybody will be absolutely thrilled to hear what you have to say about taxes.
Yeah. So Awushu has been incredibly accommodating so far, and also offered me a dealer's den booth. So we'll be doing the whole thing again with the booth and the merchandise. And I literally just finished off my shirt design for the con, which I'm really proud of how it turned out. Gotta say, I'm kind of cooking with these shirt designs. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Gonna be some great shirts. Also, I just forgot, guys, this is the last time. Look at your second monitor right now. This is the image of Dokumi.
Yo.
Did I do that already? I don't think I did.
Oh, I have lost track.
Also, here's the image for Heroes Made in Asia. And Hanacon. I definitely didn't record this after the fact.
Anyways, yeah, thanks for looking at the image.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we have planned after Austria?
And after Austria, we'll be thankfully at Eurofurence again.
Oh my
which is gonna
god,
be really
Eurofurence.
cool. Yeah, I did kind of already spoil that earlier.
How dare you? You threw my whole script off, bro.
Yeah, this is why I should just shut up, honestly.
No.
Be quiet.
No, this is not going to be a podcast. I'm the only one talking.
Okay, then I'll take it over. I'll be the single host.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Eurofurence. Once again with a small table, but this time we know what to expect and don't have a million chunky plushies and stuff. So I'm pretty excited for that.
Me too.
Yeah.
I will be there as well if you guys didn't realize.
Yo, no way. And that's it for everything that's confirmed so far.
Mm-hmm.
But we have plans. We have plans for next year.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I should spoil yet.
Don't.
Yeah. Because I guess we kind of want to like actually apply for them and see if we get accepted first, right?
Yeah. Don't want to give any empty promises.
But we have plans. The plans
So, yes.
of a con artist and a con man.
So yes, thank you very much for listening, guys. If you have any questions about conventions, you know what it's like being a vendor. I don't know if you have any question that we didn't answer in this very long episode. Give us your questions in the comments, and we might do a follow-up FAQ.
Yo.
So have a great night, a great day, and a great weekend. Maybe if you're listening to this on a Friday, have a good weekend.
And if you ever see me at a con, give me all your money.
Yeah. And if you say
Please.
the magic phrase banana bread to us at a convention, you might get something special.
I can't wait to completely forget. Somebody's just like, banana bread, banana bread, banana bread.
We're
I'm
going to
like,
be so
what?
confused if somebody actually... okay. Thank you for listening. Good night.